Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is Sherelle from the Fabric Bin, and I'm here just to chat with you guys about today and what we have to work on to finish up the Patriotic Plaid sew along. Super excited about it. Um, I hope that you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna get my camera ready for me to show you the things that I have to do to finish up for us today. Um, let's see. Put my camera thingamajigger on here, guys. Steadies it. I'm a little early, but I guess that's all right. Wanted to get on. I'm excited to get sewing today. I was out of town this weekend, so I haven't gotten a lot of sewing done this weekend. So I'm excited to get excited or get started on this project. The other thing is we have some different hours this week at the store because of the holiday. Friday, we are going to just close early, but we are there. So I'm trying to think. I think I'll do the final video of this either Thursday evening or Friday afternoon. I haven't decided. Um, yeah, I haven't decided what I want to do. So I'm in my basement. It's chilly, as you guys know, and I'm just going to talk to you guys about a few things before I get into all of our cutting. Okay, I just need to. So today we're bringing all of our units together. This is where all of your accurate cutting and piecing and all of that is going to come to fruition. This is how it pays off, okay? So before you begin, double check all your side units and corner units are facing the correct direction. Okay, lay your pieces out before sewing. I'm gonna see if anybody's on here. So give me 1 second. See if anybody's joined us yet. No, nobody's joined in yet. That's okay. Let me see on my phone if I can see. Hold on a second. I'm asking Alicia to go out and check and see how things are looking. So, yeah. Okay. So, anyways, this is where we're at right now. Okay. So, if you hop on and you're on, please let me know you're here. All right. I got to get back to right there. All right. So, this is compare each block to your pattern before stitching. So look at it to see the orientation. Keep blocks organized in rows or stacks to avoid mixing up pieces. It's so important to do that. I use glue, so much glue. You guys, I do. It prevents my pieces from shifting while sewing, keeps my points perfectly matched. No pins, I don't poke myself, then I don't bleed. It helps with bias edges faster than pinning. It washes out, and a little goes a long way. I always sew with a consistent 1/4 inch because accuracy matters. Don't push or pull the fabric as you're doing this. Let the feed dogs do the work for you, unless you have a machine that you have to give it a little help. Sometimes we have to do that. Yeah. All right. Watch the edge of the fabric, not the needle. Okay. That's how you keep track or keep watching to make sure you're in what do I want to say, that you're getting that consistent um, the consistent 1/4 inch. Okay, so sometimes when you're going along and you've got those intersections together, because we're using glue and we use starch, sometimes that gets a little bit hard and thick, and you have to give it a little gas to get over it, or give it a little pull. Slow over them, sew over them slowly. Okay, you're gonna get flatter blocks. Hold on here. I got notes that I'm just referring to. Okay. Yes. And the other thing I want you guys to make sure you're doing is pressing as you go. If you press as you go, you don't have as many issues with seams coming apart. Hello, everybody. Can you guys let me know if you can hear me okay, or if you're hearing the back? Like my phone has like feedback. I can't seem to get that turned off. Because even if I turn, can you guys still hear me? Yeah, that's not sure why I'm doing that, but it is what it is. Okay. So it's a bit echoing. Yeah, I kind of thought it probably was. I don't know how to fix it. I'm looking. No, that doesn't change anything either. I think it's just because, oh boy, that's so bad. That went away. Oh gosh. I can't have that go away. Let me see. Oh boy. Oh. Great. Now I just made all of that go away, and I don't want that to be gone. Now I don't remember. Oh my gosh. Now I got to figure out how to get that back up. Oh Lord, have mercy. All right. Hold on, you guys. I have to. Oh, hey, Ange. Yeah, still hear you. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I have to get my other camera rehooked up because it is what I need. Oh, yes. I need to do that invite thing again. Okay. StreamYard has made some updates, and so I can't hardly, there's just things I can't do as easily as I could the first couple of times I did videos. So I'm, constantly trying to figure that out. And I've spent almost all morning trying to do that again. So here we are. Okay, hopefully I'm going to get entered here. Continue. Okay, that's on and that's on. All right. So I'll get ready to add that here in a moment. Okay. I'll do that shortly. All right. So hopefully that helped with the echo, that I did fix that a little bit. All right. So press as you go. You do not want to wait until the block is finished. So each section, you can certainly chain piece it, but you should absolutely, after you get all of the chain piecing done, press as at the same time or right after that. There's so many people that don't understand why pressing is so important, and it really is. It makes such a difference in every aspect for us when we're long arming. When the long armor gets it and they put your quilt on and they're pressing and they get going, if you did not press as you go and you missed a seam that you didn't catch, and don't get me wrong, it still happens when you do that. I just had that happen to me. I press always as I go, and I had a seam last weekend in my Pride quilt that came open after I washed it, and it was just because it wasn't sewn or pressed. It was just too narrow, of a seam, and then that caused problems. Okay. Press after every seam. It makes flatter blocks. better accuracy, easier nesting, less bulk, better points. Press, don't iron. Okay. So press, not iron. Okay. Lightly starch before pressing will always help, especially if you use starch to stabilize your fabric. That really will help reactivate that. Starching, again, reduces stretching. The seams are crisp, improves your points, flat blocks. If you use the brush applicator from either one of the things that I use both of these, and it just depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I really want a saturated, to be able to really saturate, and this one saturates better than this one. Now, don't get me wrong, this one works fantastic, but sometimes I just really want a lot more, okay? So it works better. All right. Let's see, what else did I want to say? Nest your seams when you can, finger press first, then do it. Make sure they're nice and locked together. This is going to make this process of what we're doing and putting these blocks together come together so much better. Does that make sense? Let's see. If seams nest well, your points usually match beautifully. Check that before you begin sewing each row together. If you make sure that that all turned out, then you don't have to worry about something being different. And when you are putting your row together, it will line up so much nicer. Before stitching your rows, check each row and those blocks to make sure you didn't actually accidentally turn a block. It's so easy to do that when you have so many of the same, Are they rotated correctly? Does it match the pattern? Take 30 seconds now and save that. It can save you from using that darn seam ripper later, okay? So last but not least, sew one block completely together before you. Paused by, oh, there we are. I don't know what happened. The internet. It seems like we are in and out. Man, I hope that's not going to be the case today all day long. That's going to not be good. Okay, so back to what I was saying. My final tip for you guys is to sew one block completely together before you do all of it so you can see. Okay, remember, quilting isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Small, accurate steps throughout the process create stunning results at the end. You will be so much happier if you do some of these things and you take your time. So we got this. We can get this patriotic plaid done and watch all of these blocks come together. Now I'm going to switch over to my phone camera and I'm going to show you guys putting a couple of these blocks together, okay? So you're probably going to hear a little bit of, come on. Probably hear a little bit of background again. I hope not, but possibly. All right, continue. All right, enter studio. All right, in just a second. There we are.
Be able to add myself here in a moment. I'm going to
turn my camera because you guys get to look at my ceiling right now.
Figure out
my camera.
Get back here.
Settings, camera.
There we are.
There we are.
Hallelujah. Now I'm where I'm supposed to be. All
All
right,
right,
so
so
let's get talking about what we're going to do.
So hopefully you guys can see me okay, and you can see what I'm doing.
So one of the things that I have done today to do my prep, you can see here's 2 blocks done and ready right here. How does that look on camera? Too bad, guys? Okay, good. All right. So I did a bunch of chain piecing with this, and I did one side already completely done and sewn, and then I'm adding the other side, okay? So you need 16 blocks that are done. So I did this part because you need these pieces that go with these pieces, and I thought, let me get my block, this center block done, because then I'll if I didn't make enough of these, or if I'm missing some, or what I need to do. It's just kind of one of those ways, okay? So let's talk about some gluing, and I am going to glue the corner piece to this, okay? So I'm giving it another press because I want to just make sure everything is laying nice. This stuff was packed up this weekend in my tote, and so it was kind of wrinkly. So I'm fixing that. So I'm using the Fine Line glue by Acorn. It is just great stuff. I just do some very small little drops along that edge. If you guys can see that, hopefully you can. Let's see here. There we go. Just checking my camera here. All right. So then the other thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to get those out of the way. So I'm going to turn this the other direction like that. And then I'm going to go, oh, how does this go? So it's really important that you get these going the right direction. So I'm going to turn this back this way because it's easier for me, because I also want to make sure that I line this up really nicely. And the other thing that I always do is I will pull this back and I will make sure that my seams line up. Okay. Then I'm going to drop my iron on there and give this a nice press. Whoops, it moved a little bit. We are just pressing. We are not doing anything else. And I continue to do this on several blocks because I like to be able to, and like this one here, I had it wrong, so I had to take it apart. Once the glue is dry, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to put some, you can, draw a very thin line like this on here, or you can just do the little dot. Again, I want to make sure that this teal is in the upper corner to the right. Okay. So here I go again. I don't have all my stuff pressed the exact same way for the most part. Most of them I do. So see that, how it's going to nest? I know it's going to line up. On occasion, I have a couple that are pressed in the wrong direction, and so then I just do my best, or I repress. Whichever you feel like doing is what you should do. Okay? And whoops, wrong pile. Next. So I'm going to do that some more on this one. So it's kind of like, you see that where it's kind of up there? I'm just going to put the iron there and do that. So how's everybody doing? Am I okay? Can you see what I'm doing okay? Can you hear me okay? Give me some feedback. Oh, no, not that. Ooh, so again, now I know which way it goes. And I believe this is a time when I am not nesting. Nope, I'm in the exact same spot. So, but I still look to make sure it's going to line up. All right. That makes sense, guys? All right. So So right now, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to do a little bit of sewing so you can see what I'm doing next there. Okay. How we doing over here? Let's go check messages quick and see if I have any. All right. Glad. Okay. Sorry if there's still feedback. I don't know what to do about that yet, guys, but I guarantee you I'm going to get it figured out. I am using a new program, new software, and we're trying to figure it out. Okay. So here we are. I am all set. I have for Janome users, I have my 1/4 inch set. I want scant quarters, so I moved to 9, and I moved my stitch length to 2.10 because I don't like that 1.5 or 1.8. It's just too small when you have to take it out. I also, if you have a higher end Janome, they have this button where you can connect or click that, and your machine will automatically raise and lower your presser foot for you when you stop sewing. Whoops. I'm also using a leader just because it's easier and it gets rid of those little tails and all those things that I don't like. Also, if you are a Janome user and you have a higher end, like a Skyline, a Memory Craft, trying to think of what other ones, I'm not sure. On your needle plate, there should be 3 ticks right here. You see those? Guys, three marks. Can you see them? The middle one is the 1/4 inch. So I like to have my foot set at scant, and then I follow that middle one right there. I follow along that with my fabric. I don't look at my foot. I continually watch here. What I have found is that when I use the 1/4 inch foot with the black guide, works great. I tend to push my fabric towards that, and I don't get as good of a scant seam. So it frustrates me, and so I found that, and there we are. Now it's better. Okay, so you see that one is done. Isn't that beautiful? Gosh, we have to do this in Christmas colors, I think. So it's so super important that we press that. But I am going to move on because I have other ones I want to do. So this one, I'm doing all of the center blocks for this. And again, I'm going to use my leader. And you guys get any bad weather out there today? Goodness, it was crazy in town here, but then it kind of just passed us by. All right, so here we go. And this one, guys, I am going to just continue on with this, and I am going to stop here, and that way I can put some of my rows, a whole block together, because that's about all I'm going to show you guys today. We're just about to the end, so yeah. So there we are. So I have one ready completely. Oh yeah, see my basketball cup. Need some agua. So I'm going to press this. Get to see my messy sewing space. So I press that. Okay. All right. So now I want to put the top and the bottom on here. Okay. So I have one done here, and I'm going to look. I think if I turn it this way. So that's the other thing you can do. Check it to see which direction your seams are going to go, and this can turn, and they can all, oh, this is going to work out good. This is going to nest right in there, but I am also still going to use glue, so I'm going to show you guys that process right now. So with this, I'm going to just put drops just along here. Probably maybe a 1/2 inch apart, I suppose. I don't know. You maybe don't even need to do that much. It's just what I do. You can do less if you want to. I just like using glue. I don't like using pins. I feel like pins bend, pins get in the way. I forget to take them out. They poke me, then I am on aspirin, so then my blood is thin, and then I bleed, on my fabric. And to me, that's not worth it. All right, so I'm checking to make sure that these are all gonna, oh yes, nice and perfect. And so while I check this other side, I'm just kind of finger pressing it into that glue. And then I just move my iron along that seam and I heat set it, because it definitely needs to be heat set. It's better, you don't have to, but it will stay better if you do heat set. Okay. All right. So now we're going to sew this on my machine and we'll do the next row on this one. Oh, shoot. I need my leader. Need it when I forget that, because I really do like using it. It makes such a difference. Just find a piece of scrap and use it. Okay, again, I'm going to follow along right there, and I'm going to get such a better scant 1/4 inch, and I am doing this for this whole quilt to put this together. So I'm sewing the exact same way I did on when I was doing this, because same machine, same everything makes all the difference. You would think that they're all the same, but they are not. Okay, just watching, seeing what everybody's up to. So what would be something fun you guys would like to see demos on? Could you give me any ideas of ones that I could do? I'm probably going to go back and repeat a bunch that I have done, because all of my videos, not all, but most of them have now disappeared because of Facebook. And so, yeah, that's frustrating to me. All right, so looky that. There is my top, look, or what bottom, whatever, however you want to look at it. It's beautiful. These are 18. Let me look at the size of this block. I can't remember. 18.5-inch square. So they're nice and big. This is such a fun project to do just alone because of that. Okay. So gonna press this up, because we need to press it. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Make sure that I still have my points coming out, because, you know, sometimes you can just take it out with a seam ripper and fix it. Yeah. All right. So we're going to turn it around, and the one that we did earlier, we're going to add, but I got to check the pressing on this, because I'm thinking if I repress, I will be going the right direction. So I'm going to do that. Just repress. All right. That one I had already done, so I got to just press it flat again and then do it. Yeah, there I went myself, just using that. It's so hard to not move it around and just press, gosh. But I can tell you, one of the things that helps is having starch on your fabric, because it really does help it from stretching. And then if you are one of those people that has that tendency to press and move your iron around like I do at times, I don't know why I do it. It's just dumb, but it's just maybe habit, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, all right. So here we are. We are lined up. So now I'm going to add my glue again. And I'm going to look and see how I'm doing here. I can, before I even add the glue, I can look and make sure that I'm going to nest. Oh yeah, baby. It's going to look so good. So what did everybody do this weekend? Anybody do anything good, fun? I went to Sioux Falls to see my granddaughter, my daughter, and my future son-in-law. And then we all went with Alicia and Michael to watch my grandson race, motocross, dirt bike, whatever you want to call it. It was super fun. I enjoyed it immensely, and he did well. It's only his second time racing, so he did really good. And it was super, super fun. Yeah, it's probably the only one I'll get to see all summer now. Yep, which stinks, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Pressing. Did start a little early today. I guess I'm glad that I did. Try to work through some of the issues that I was having. Yes. All right. Here we go. Back to sewing. And here's my leader. Hey, Miss Mary. So glad to see you on this morning. Oh, goodness. Oof, background noise. I'm hoping that that's not horrible for you guys. Sounds like it might be. I don't know. All right. So once I get this block done, that's it, guys. For those of you that are doing this, or even if you're not and you've just been watching, great. No problem. I'm working on getting more demos set up and more things to do. It's just so many projects on my plate trying to figure out what I want to do. That is for sure. Oops, hit the camera. All right, so let's look. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. These blocks are so gorgeous. So here's what we need to do for the next week. We need to get our blocks done. And next week, I'm going to come along and talk about putting your rows together. I shouldn't say next week. This week, the week of, what do you call it? 4th of July. I'm either going to be live again Thursday night or Friday afternoon. I'm not sure. Oh, good, Mary. I can't wait for you to catch up too. It's so darn beautiful. And I'm so proud of myself. Excuse me, I've had a cold. I've kept all of my points. I'm just so excited. These little ones in here, wow, them were wicked to make, but it was so much fun. So anyways, again, use your glue, use your starch, glue all of that together just to make it easier so it doesn't shift and it comes together better for you guys. And I will see you later this week as we finish up and put our rows together, and then your quilt will be done. Hopefully by that point, I'll have decided on what my next project's going to be. Christmas, fall, Halloween. Thinking Halloween. Have some kind of sew along, but we'll see. Anyways, everybody have a great rest of your day. And let's see here. All right, so I'm back. Can you see me? Yay! Okay, you see my block back there. All right, so it's going to be a great day. Everyone, enjoy your time. Get some sewing done. I know, Mary, I really think it should be Halloween. Yeah. And we do some kind of weekly again, which will be so fun. Thinking doing something all modern, so all solids. What do you think? Let me know. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. There is bad weather predicted again today, so everybody be safe, and I will see you later this week.